know that we've all maybe felt like we were a failure in our life before, felt like we were unsuccessful, and I definitely had a time in my life where I felt like this. All growing up, I danced. From age 3, I started dancing, and I absolutely loved it. Ballet, contemporary hip-hop, all those fun things is what I love to do. And I was part of a competition team, and I loved every second of it. And one of my biggest goals as a dancer was to be a part of my high school's dance company. This dance company was really well known for how good their dancers were and for how hard it was to get on the team, and I thought that if I worked hard enough, I'd be able to be a part of the team. And so right before sophomore year started, during my 9th grade year, I tried out for the first time. And in dance tryouts, they do a lot of cuts, and they make people dance again and do all these things. And I had to do the dance 10 times, which most girls only do the dance 2 times in tryouts. And I was absolutely terrified. All of my neighbor friends, all of the girls that I had danced with, they were all trying out as well. And we all were so excited to be a part of the team together. Well, after all of the different cuts and after practicing and doing the dance so many times, I was cut from the team. And I was devastated. I was like, this is a joke. I've grown up dancing my whole life and I don't even make the team, and I felt like such a failure. I was never going to try out for dance again. And then my mom suggested that I try out for the cheer team. So I go and I try out for the cheer team, I practice, and I was like, okay, I think I got this. Not like I was overconfident, but I felt like I would be able to make the team, and they cut me. And I was like, okay, I'm never trying out for any team because I'm not good enough and I can't do it. And I felt like the biggest failure ever, and it was a pitiful moment of my life, I'll be completely honest. And so I was done, and I ended up doing something that I never thought I would. Is I ran for student government, which is where people vote for you, and it's a long process. Anyways, I ended up making student government my sophomore year at my high school, and it was a blast. I loved it so much, and I would have never thought to do that if I would have made dance company or cheer for that matter. So as my sophomore year is coming to an end, dance company tryouts were coming again, and my mom was like, come on, you should try out, and I was like, no, I'm not doing that, I didn't make it. Anyways, I got pressured into trying out again, and mostly because I love to dance. I was still dancing, still going to my studio, and I told everyone, I was like, guys, I'm trying out, it's gonna be great, and I'm gonna make it. I go and I get cut again, and I was like, oh, I am never trying out again. But I still danced my my junior year. I still danced and at my studio and loved it a ton. I did student government again. As senior year was approaching, I felt very strongly that I needed to try out again, even though I hadn't made it. So I did, and I made the team, guys. I made it, and it was one of the biggest accomplishments in my entire life, I feel like. Mostly because it was something that I had worked so hard to do, something that I had felt like I had failed on, but finally felt success in because I kept trying. And I think one thing that motivated me a ton was I believe that God gives everybody specific talents for a specific person, and I knew that I had been given the talent of dance, and I knew that I wanted to utilize